Hi everyone, hope you're having a great weekend. So I didn't do a completed pages for December, and I haven't colored a lot in February, but I've covered February. Man, my brain is already in like the middle of the year at this rate. I didn't color as much for January, so I thought I would just roll them all together into one big video. Most of these were from January. I couldn't quite fit them all in the picture, so let's go ahead and roll to what I had in December. These are really in no particular order. This is where Instagram comes in handy because I try to post everything to Instagram just in case I forget later on what I actually colored. So for Christmas Day, I colored out of Santa's Kitty Helpers by Kaomi Hirai. Here's that. I used, I believe, oh no, now I'm forgetting. This is not good. I used Arteza Roll Brush pens for this. I did use some Jelly Roll gel pens for the sparklies, and I had some glitter paint that I kind of put there to give it like an iridescent shine, which is really hard to see on camera. You can just barely see it. It's there. It's shiny. There. Anyway, I like how it turned out. It turned out a lot cuter than I thought it was when I was coloring it. So, in retrospect, I like it a lot. So, there was that one. Cute Christmas by Jade Summer. I did this picture. This was a marker base with Lelix colored pencils overlaid. They are, I think you can buy like a 60 set for $10, which is what I had. I haven't, I've been sitting there a long time and I hadn't used them. They are okay. I don't know, like, if I would say they're the best pencils you could get for $10. That would probably be a good later video to do. But they sufficed okay for this. It's when I get in the 60 range or less range of colored pencils and where I want to shade, I get kind of limited in my colors, but it still turned out pretty cute. And then I threw in a little bit of gel pen as well. Christmas is always great for gel pens. Oh, my desk is a mess. Christmas color by number. We did this one on camera. Get rid of my little pages. Oh no, that's my palette. Let's not get rid of that. So this is by George Tufexis. This is Christmas color by number. It's Creative Haven. The palette is on the front cover, but what I do is the markers that I end up using, I create my own palette page, and it's a lot easier to pull that and use it on a page than having to go back and forth here. So if you're wondering what that is, and those colors do change a little with each book, so I have to create a unique one for each book. Took all those out. Now I can't get to the image. There we go. Here is the completed image. You can see the ornaments have really sparkly gel pen on them. The rest of it was colored with alcohol markers. Yeah, I've been talking about what I used. Okay. Alcohol markers, yeah. So, and a little bit of a white Posca pen. I do remember that now. Very cute. Animal mosaics. My husband and I were trying to do kind of a date evening, afternoon, or whatever, and we colored a bit together. Actually, I should show y'all what he colored too. Yeah, we'll totally do that. So he colored out a stained glass color by number, and I think he used the Super Tips, Crayola Super Tips, and the Rose Art Super Tips, and this was his picture. His reason for coloring it is he thought it was an angry goose at first, and then he realized it was a swan, and so if you see the piece was never an option and you've seen the Untitled Goose Game, you'll get that reference. So anyway, I like to show his work off too. He is obvious. he is, yeah, did a good job. All right, animal mosaics. This is what I was coloring with the Crayola and Rose Art super tips while he was doing that. I really like using those in this book, in these different mosaic books. I don't know why. It may just be the way they the type of tips they are. It's just I actually have a pile of I already have pulled like my go-to colors for these. So that was the picture out of Animal Mosaics. This is by Sun Life Drawing. I'm probably sounding pretty scattered right now. I don't know why. So when I was getting into December, I didn't think I could get this whole book done, but my goal was to get quite a bit of it done. This is Large Print Color by Number by Christmas by Sun Life Drawing. It's a 12 color palette. So there's quite a few in here. Did I do the front page? No, I hadn't done that. A lot of times I skip the cover page and then come back to it later. So I think most of these are just budget friendly alcohol markers, like Shuttle Arts and Sharpies and Becks. I also tried to do a little bit different. Like for a light green, I used 2 different colors of light green just to give it in some of these, just to give it a little more different look. Some of them I was just like, man, whatever, I'm just gonna color it all the same color. But for like this one, I did that too, and I really like how that turned out. If you're getting a little bored with your color by number and just coloring everything, you know, like this could have all been just a red, but I alternated the different types, some different types of reds I had. So if you're getting a little bored with your color by number, and I did that here, and this is where you can really see it, I think that's a great way to kind of mix things up a little bit. I also threw in a little bit of gel pen in this one, I think, too, though it's hard to see. I think most of them are metallic, so get a little bit of sparkle down there. I think, nope, we got another one. So we have this one. I have one of my markers starting to die on the snowman and on the fox. I guess, what does the fox say? Probably that I need some new budget-friendly markers because I'm going through them pretty quickly. So I was, yeah, making really good, just plugging along, and then life kind of just slapped me in the face, and at that point, that was about as far as I got in that book. So, alright, sorry about that. I'm sure that was very loud on your end. I did do a Christmas mandala out of Sun Life Drawings book. Christmas Mandala by Sun Life Drawing. I did manage. I had this one as a whip. I think I even finished this like at the start of January just because I didn't want to leave it. I've been slowly working on it, and so I was like, I'm just going to finish this. I think I used the Faber-Castell grip color markers on this. I used some Staedtler pens on this as well. For these tended, I try to reach towards like gel pens and more like finer, ultra fine tip type markers just because they're a little bit smaller spaces. So very cool. And now we get into January. Again, we're going to be just kind of random. I did grab some colored pencils, and we did do another page in this one. I am going through this, as you can see, these are from previous months, using Black Widow pencils. And so this month I did this, which is, usually it shows you how to pronounce it, and it does show you how to pronounce it on this one. I use Black Widow pencils. There is some shading. I did try to shade, but the greens I picked weren't super different, so it kind of, I probably just should have colored it straight up, but that's okay. You can see it. It's subtle. It's there. So, Brianna, I guess. This is, because I keep forgetting to say the titles of these. The Wicked Plants Coloring Book by Amy Stewart and Briony Morrow Cribs. I like this book. It's super weird and it's right up my alley. And of course I use Black Widow pencils to color these images because that just seems perfect. So yeah, this apparently can cause vomiting, dizziness, and even respiratory failure. So there you go. Fun little plant. Next up is, looks like castor bean. So might try to do that one next month. I do. Once I get, that's the thing with color pencils. Once I get to using them and like I actually get my colors chosen and stuff, I do quite enjoy them. It's the process of getting there. That's the real kicker. Cute Witches. Whoop, let me zoom out. Cute Witches by Jade Summer. I had started this picture back in October when I was demoing the Arteza Everblend markers on Amazon printed paper and Jade Summer books. And I decided I just wanted to finish it. And I didn't care about blending. I just wanted to straight color the rest of it. I did do a little bit of blending like on the teapot and stuff, but for the most part, everything else is just straight coloring. I tried to do a little blending here and there. You can see it very slightly in some of the stockings, but my heart just wasn't really in it. So this was done mostly using the Arteza Everblend markers. They have a great set. I have the skin tone set along with the 120, and the skin tone set gives you a great set of browns and neutrals to use, like if you like coloring books, like older looking books like that. I found I'm really enjoying using those for that. So instead of skin tones, that's another good use for them. The Everblend markers did beautifully with the flames and the fireplace, the chair, the outfit, everything that I actually used them for, they did really well. But you're going to use up a lot of marker doing that on Amazon printed paper. Hi, Leroy. And he's back. I'm filming this Friday morning. He's already come around once, as we all know. Hi, Leroy. Yes, you are a pretty kitty. No, I have not fed you yet. Don't mess with the camera. Oh my gosh. Anyway, cute picture. I really like how it turned out, and I'm proud of myself for going back and finishing a whip. Don't start rubbing the microphone. You are so fat. Excuse me, you are chonky. I feel like I have to just call him chonky instead of fat so I don't hurt his feelings. Come here. I do not have time for you right now. And he managed to knock everything off my desk. Huzzah. Go. Shoot. Oh, he will be alright, trust me. He doesn't want pets, he wants to be fed, and if you've seen any of his Instagram photos, you know that boy gets fed. He gets fed too much is what he gets fed. Alright, floral design color by number. I did finish another one in here. Again, just as we've seen in previous months, working my way through the book. Mostly just using budget alcohol markers. This is the one I did this month. Yep, in January. And bird eyes in coloring books are like terrifying looking to me. I don't know, they just don't, in some of these pictures they just look so shifty, and these birds look really shifty. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the one next up in this book. Again, I was doing really good at doing at least one image a month in these books, and I would really like to be able to finish some books this year, and this would be one of the books I would like to finish. But their floral design, this is Jessica Mazurkiewicz. The Creative Haven Floral color by numbers usually have 45 images, so they are a little thicker. But who knows? Maybe I will. And finally, we have Woodland Wonderland by Deborah Muller. I started this in December and then finished it in January. Again, just using alcohol markers and gel pens, just my state of mind. That was the way I was going. So I had to cut off part of the picture for Instagram, but I don't know if you can see a lot of the gel pen. Yeah. Anyway, there is some gel pen to this. This turned out super cute. Love the trash panda. Love the fox. And I don't know, this picture is pretty cool. It's something about like the purple mountains, like the bold dark colors of it, the greens, the purples, and the blues, like, and then those deep and bright greens are really appealing to me, and the little pops of blue. Like, the color choices I picked for this were just really appealing to me. I don't know, something can be said for like depression and darker colors, I don't know. But anyway, there are a ton of pictures that I've been coloring using the Happy Color app on my tablet. I did not bring my tablet in here, so I can't really show you those. I want to do a video because I was talking about doing some different types of videos, and I think I'm going to do a video showing you guys the app, and because I'm really digging it, and I've been doing a lot of digital color by number in there. It's really nice when I'm sitting there watching TV because of course it's backlit and I can zoom in and stuff. For somebody that has eye issues but wants something to do like while they're watching TV or something, I think it's a really neat app. So I might do a video kind of featuring that. That can be like one of my, I don't know if you call it a game. It's not really a game, but it's tied to coloring, so it's, you know, close enough. But I might start showing some of those each month. There's a ton of them, so I probably wouldn't show them all, but I'd show y'all a couple of them. So anyway, guys, that is pretty much it. I mean, I colored a fair amount. December definitely got more attention than January. I've kind of petered out these last few weeks. I have a couple whips I've been working on. I've been working on a color and chat with, y'all hadn't seen this book in a while. People seem to really like the coloring I did of this one, of one of the pictures in this book last time. Hi, Scamper. Color Quest by Joanne Webster. I am working on a picture in here that I'm recording. I will probably try to do a voiceover. If not, it'll be music. I haven't decided yet. And then I'm working on one in Best Dressed Pets. I would open the Color Quest one, but y'all are going to see it on video anyway. This is Scamper, by the way. And it's a really big book, and it'd be a big hassle to try to open it with a desk full of cat and coloring books. So I'm also working on one in Best Dressed Pets. You guys know how much I loved this page, which is the famous pet cats, with the nice cat-related puns for these people, or cats for that matter. So I started on this one using Arteza Real Brush pens and a little bit of marker for the background. I know I've got to go in and do some cleanup. This one's going to require some finer work, so I haven't quite decided what I'm doing for all of them. I'm just kind of as I go. So again, kind of a work in progress, but I do want to do some more for February. I have some goals in mind of some new things I want to try and hopefully do for a video. Hopefully today I continue to stay in a positive enough mindset that I can work on some of those. So hopefully y'all will see more of me in February. I mean, we'll have some color and chat videos where I'm not talking about the happiest of subjects because I gotta update y'all on everything that's been going on, but maybe I can get to the point where I'm doing videos and I don't feel like I'm doing nothing but just depressing everybody else. So anyway, guys, hope y'all enjoyed this. Not sure what I'm gonna have for you on Monday yet, so we're just gonna see what I get to. Thanks, guys. Hope you have a great rest of the weekend, and bye for now.